Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you my banged up Honda Civic Si. I purchased this car brand new and it was in perfect condition. But over the years and through many situations, the car has received many dents, dings, and damages, and I'm here today to show you all of those dents, dings, and damages. Let's get right to it. So we're going to start off with this corner right here. As you can see, the fender is actually dented inwards. I'll just give you a better view from this side right here. You can see the line right there. So the fender is dented inwards, and that has caused the fender and the bumper to not line up anymore. That has also caused this part over here to start rusting because the paint has cracked, because the fender wasn't shaped perfectly anymore. The bracket that holds the headlight in place also broke, the bracket on the side over here. So that's why the headlight is sort of inwards and it's not really secure. I don't know if you can see this right here, but that's the headlight moving, which because the bracket is broken, that's the sound of the headlight moving. The headlight is also cracked right there, and you can see there's a big gap between the headlight and the bumper. Now, if we go over here, it looks like the grille is in pretty much perfect shape, but if I just pop the hood, you'll see something really interesting. Let's just pop the hood. And you can see that I actually have zip ties holding the grille up. So the brackets for the grille broke and the grille was pretty much flopping around. It was hanging really low. So what I did was I actually used a whole bunch of zip ties, as you can see, to hold the grille up in place. And they work really well just because, as you can see, when I close this, it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it did a pretty good job. Now let's move on to this side right here. You can also see that there's a big gap between the headlight and the bumper right here, and here it looks like the bumper is being held in place properly, pretty much properly if you just look at it. However, if I pull on this, you can see that there is actually a zip tie that holds the bumper in place. If that zip tie wasn't there, the bumper would be hanging really low. It would almost be touching the ground. But the zip tie prevents it from falling, and what happens is I just have to simply put it back into place, because this happens a few times per day where I'll come back to my car and the bumper is hanging off because it fell off as I was driving. So I just push it up like that, and then to fix that part right there, all that I have to do is just give it a nice punch, just like that. And as you can see, it looks almost perfect, that part right there. And then you have this big gap between the headlight and the bumper right here. I can almost put my finger inside of it. Okay, so moving on, let's just continue on down here. Let's go to the back bumper. So if you take a look right here with the back bumper, you can see that it is sort of pushed inwards. There are some marks on here that I simply cannot get off no matter how hard I try. And then there is this right here, and you can see the back bumper is not aligned properly with the rear quarter panel. And if you take a look right there, you can see that it's actually cracked right along there, and there are some marks along here, and it's sort of dented inwards because the screw is still holding it in place over here, but this part has pushed out. So that's why it goes inwards towards the rear quarter panel. Alrighty. If you take a look right here on the back bumper, you can see that there are some marks. You can see there's a mark right there, a mark right there, a mark right there, and then another mark right there. There are 4 little circles on the back bumper. There is some paint removal right here. You know, over the years putting things in my trunk, there's some paint removal over there. Oh yeah, the spoiler. So if you take a look right here, I'll try and get the camera to give you the best view. You can see that the spoiler is cracked. Hopefully you see that right there now that I have my shadow over it. So the spoiler is cracked, and if I just push down on it, you can really see the movement of the spoiler. And I'm actually surprised that it hasn't broken off yet, because it's been like this for many years. Alrighty, let's move on. On this side of the car, you can see that there's a little paint, a little mark over there. I guess it's a scratch where the paint has come off completely through the clear coat, through the paint, and it's just completely removed. It's a complete scratch. There's another little scratch right over there. Hopefully you can see that. And then there's another little scratch right over here. Hopefully you can see that as well. And that's basically it. I'm not going to go and tell you all of the situations that occurred for these imperfections to show up on the car. You can use your imagination, and it would take way too much time to tell you about everything. So instead, I just wanted to show you all of the dents, dings, and damages on this car. And that's basically it. Just a few other things. You can see right here, there's just a little rust spot. And then over here, there's also another rust spot right there. But that's basically it. In this video, I just wanted to show you my banged up Honda Civic Si. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.